morning and welcome to Cooking with SallyJ. Today I wanted a turkey bean chili. I'm trying to eat healthier. I never ate bad anyway, but I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. So I bought some exercise videos. It's called the Daniel Plan, whatever, but they did have a recipe in there called turkey bean chili, and it is so stinking good. I mean, it really is good, and it is very, very healthy. So outside of background noise that you may hear, hopefully I'll be speaking loud enough and you'll hear me. The list of ingredients, of course, is in the beginning of this video. So we're going to start out with a tablespoon of olive oil. Now the most difficult part of this is the prep time. It's the chopping stuff up ahead of time and all that. Other than that, it goes together very quickly, very easily. And it says it feeds 4 to 6 people. And I guess that's pretty accurate. I figure they're about a cup serving. Okay, so we got that in there. And I'm just heating it a little bit. And then we're going to throw in our already chopped vegetables. So we have celery, and we have a purple onion. So it's a cup of celery chopped, a cup of purple onion chopped, a cup of carrots chopped, and a half a green pepper chopped. Not a cup, not a half a cup, a half a pepper. And so I've already done that. So I am going to add those into my... Typically, if it was me not following the recipe, I would have added my minced garlic right now, but that's later. So we just put those all in there. It's a beautiful day out today. The sun is shining and there's no humidity. Probably a little on the chili side, but not bad. Okay, so you're gonna just stir those up together, and you're gonna cook them. Well, if you're a patient person, which I've already told you guys I'm not, you'd cook them probably on medium heat. Right now, I get them on high heat. And you just want to cook them till they start to brown a little bit and they're tender, but you don't want them really brown. You just want them to be tender. So let's see, when I'm just going to run to the fridge and get the turkey. Says that the vegetables start to brown, so you can cook it on high. If the vegetables start to brown, then turn the heat down. But you should continue to stir. Yeah, I don't know. A couple of minutes. You can tell when things soften up. If you're new to cooking, you might not be able to tell. So right now, I'm thinking it's cooking a little too fast, so I'm going to turn it down to a little higher than medium. I have numbers on my dial, so mine go high to low, and it's 2 to 8. So I got mine down on a 7. And I know you guys can see the steam. I wish you could smell it. Oh my word. It smells wonderful. Okay. And it looks wonderful. That's the other thing I like about this, you know, for healthy food. All healthy foods seem to take more time to prepare and to cook, but they do taste better and they really do feel better than comfort food. This is how pretty it is. Pretty sure you can see that. Alright, so now that's been 2 to 3 minutes, I would say. And we're going to start adding tomato paste. Now, the tomato paste, I never tend to buy the small cans. We end up buying the size can like this. So, I have a trick. So, this is 2 tablespoons of tomato paste that we're going to add to those vegetables. Okay. You're just going to stir it in there really good. Alright, now, okay, just a second. Okay, that says to cook it 2 minutes and then to add my minced garlic, which I will. But while I'm waiting my 2 minutes, I want to tell you something. So like I told you, the tomato paste, you keep doing that head thing. It's like I have all this hair. I don't have any hair. Alright, your tomato paste comes in a can like this if you don't buy the smaller one. But I tend to make this a fair amount, so it's cheaper for me to buy this size can. So what I do is I measure out the 2 tablespoons, and one of these, they call them mini cups, but they're like condiment cups, and they come with covers. I measure out 2 tablespoons and put it right in that, and then I stick them in the freezer. So out of that can, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 2 tablespoon mini cup things that I'm going to put in the freezer. So it doesn't matter what recipe I have that's calling for only a couple of tablespoons of tomato paste, I've already got it. So you just take it out and thaw it or run it under cold water or hot water real quick when you want to use it. So it works out really well. Now you're going to add, it says 3 cloves of mixed garlic. So I would say that that's 1 good tablespoon. The clove is about a teaspoon. Okay. I'm going to stir that up good. Well, we're getting brown on the bottom. Don't want to do that. I just moved it off my hot heat. I'm telling you, you guys, it smells so good. Okay, so after that's done, you're going to add the turkey to the pot. And I'm going to wait a minute for that part to cool down. Now, you can use chicken, because some people with diabetes or whatever, turkey causes them gout. So chicken is okay to use in it too. This just happened to call for turkey. So you're just gonna use your hands and get your turkey in there, and then you're gonna break it up with a fork. Or a spoon or whatever you got. So you're gonna cook this now until the turkey is well cooked. You don't want to see any pink from the turkey. Okay, I'm going to turn my heat up a little bit, and then we'll be back. Okay. So you're going to want to be stirring quite a bit. Make sure that turkey gets browned up. Okay, so now the meat is cooked. Whoops. I just want to give you a look at what that looks like before we add anything else. It's really yummy. I can tell you, it's one of my favorite. Outside of steak, it's one of my favorite meals. Okay, so now that we know that that's cooked really well, we're going to add the spices. Now your spices, I'm going to just read it off to you. It's a tablespoon of chili powder. Now it says mild, but whatever you like. You know, if you like it spicier, knock yourself out. So a tablespoon of mild chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 2 teaspoons of oregano, a ½ teaspoon of kosher salt or sea salt. I use Morton salt, people. I don't find the taste different. So, but if you want to follow the recipe to the exact, use kosher salt or sea salt. I'm using Morton salt. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. So you're just going to put that all, sprinkle that all, and you do not want to stir this much. You just want to stir it a couple of times. You just enough to get the seasonings going through. Oh my goodness. Looking forward to lunch. Okay, so now we're going to do the rest of it. So now you're going to add a can of stewed, well, this is fire roasted diced garlic tomatoes. Don't know why he bought the garlic, because it doesn't go well for him, because I can't kiss him for 3 days when he eats too much garlic. So, but it's stewed tomatoes, fire roasted diced garlic tomatoes. So you want a 14.5 ounce can of that. You just put that right in your pan. And then you're going to have a can of red kidney beans and a can of white, these are cannelli beans or white kidney beans. Pour those right in there. And then you're going to need 1 cup of chicken broth. Do that. And I like, do not use a bouillon. Bouillon cubes are very high in sodium. Whoa. I like chicken broth. I like Swan's. This is my absolute favorite. I use that in everything. It's just got a good flavor. There's no fat in it. There's no extra junk in it. And it's not high in sodium. Now you can buy it less sodium even, but I find that pretty yucky tasty. So just because you're watching what you're eating doesn't mean you have to lose your taste and your flavor. And that's what I like about this recipe, is that it's just full of flavor. Okay, so we have that all mixed up really good. And now we're just going to let it sit. We're just going to sit and let that come to a bubble. I'm going to turn it right down on low and just let it simmer until I'm ready to eat it. And I'll give you a good look at it. That is scrumptious. Now, the other thing that I usually do with this, I haven't decided today, is I make corn muffins to go with it. But I gotta figure out how many points that'll be, because I don't really know if I want to use up my points on that. So, when this is done and we're ready to serve it, we'll be back to show you. Okay, good morning, almost afternoon, with Cooking with me, SallyJ. People laugh at me because I go SallyJ Blakeney on my Facebook page, and SallyJ, that's just how I always initial my name. But J stands for Jean, which my father named me after his girlfriend. So that's what SallyJ stands for. Sally Jean. Alright, so we are going to make cornbread muffins to go with our turkey chili meal. So what you're going to need is 1 1/4 cups of cornmeal. You're going to need a cup of flour. You're going to need a 1/2 cup of sugar. Come here. You're okay. Come here. You're going to need a 1/2 cup of sugar. powder. This is so easy to make. Some people make it hard, but this you just throw it together fast and quick and easy, and it's cooked in 15 minutes. You need a half a teaspoon of salt. Okay? And I'm just gonna use my whisk. You can use a beater if you want to. I just want to break that egg up a little bit before I put my milk in, because you know when I put somebody down, we're gonna have some hollering going on. And then it's a cup of milk. Now, like I said, you can use a beater. I typically do, to be honest with you. I didn't want to dig it out. So, I'm going to put her down for a minute and mix that up. Go, where's Leah? Where did Leah go? We're just going to mix that up really good with a whisk. There's two different kinds of cornbread recipes. There's this one, and then there's a southern one. The southern one is not as sweet. I like this one better. Okay, so you don't need to mix this stuff to death. Actually, it doesn't like being mixed to death. Okay, so that's what it'll look like when it's blended well. And then I'm just going to take my big old honkin' cookie thingy, cookie scoop. Sorry about the thingy again. I already have my pan prepared. Now typically I use a muffin pan, but I looked at my muffin pan this morning and thought, they're clean, they just look bad. They're old and they're looking bad. My favorite thing to put it in is a cast iron fry pan, because they come out really good. But I thought I'd try this pan today, make it kind of squares. This scoop is about the right size to fill the squares, or to fill a muffin pan. It's I'll measure it for you in a minute to tell you. It's probably about a third of a scoop or a fourth of a scoop. It's a little much. Your oven needs to be on 400, and you put it in the oven and it should cook. 20 minutes is tops. You don't, it's between 15 and 20. Most of the time I find mine, they cook up way quicker than I'm expecting them to cook up. I've got about a scoopful left. I want to just measure to see how much it is. I'm pretty awesome, you know, people. I was right. It's a quarter of a cup. So in your muffin tins, if you're doing it that way, you can use a quarter of a cup. But a heaping one. That one I had room. There's a little bit more stuff here, and I'll put that in. There. Probably a little too much in that one. Even with a scoop, I don't get it quite right. There. I want it to be even because I want to figure out what they're worth. It's probably worth way too much because it's a bready substance. Okay, so we're gonna stick that in my already preheated 400-degree oven, and that should be ready to eat by the time Bruce gets back and the chili will be done. So I'll be back with the end results. Okay, so I just took the corn muffins out of the oven. Come on in, Bruce. I was hoping you'd be in here so I didn't have to. So, getting ready to serve dinner, and I'm just gonna show you the chili. So half a cup there. Okay, the chili and your corn muffin together makes a really nice meal. It's hearty and comforting at the same time. So I hope you enjoyed this segment of Cooking with Sally. I know I seem to rush it a little bit, and there was something I forgot to tell you. What is it? Making corn muffins homemade. Different times I've gotten the boxes, and I won't name the brands, but it's a box. And even though there's a date on it, sometimes they taste old or dry. They'll never taste old or dry with these. It's always a very, very good flavor. So I hope you enjoy. Subscribe to my channel. You can also find me on Cooking with SallyJ Facebook page, and the video and the recipe will be up there also. Have a good day, and God bless you.